Getting a federal explosives license requires that you complete multiple forms and provide pay. Federal agency with a photograph and fingerprints. You can download the forms from the website for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF. Once you have completed the forms, you should pay the registration fee and send off your complete application. So, we are going to watch about the how to get a federal explosives license.
Method 1. Completing an application. First is download the application.
You need to complete an application for explosives license or permit, which is available from PA. Department of Justice's Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives website. You can either print the form out and write in your information, or you can enter the information into a PDF on your computer before printing it out. If you print, then use all block letters.
Step 2. Complete multiple applications, if necessary.
One permit is required for an individual or business to acquire, use, or transport explosives. However, you need to submit a separate application and license fee for each premises on which you will manufacture, import, or distribute explosives.
Step 3. Provide personal information.
The form will ask for basic information about you and your business in Section A. If you need additional space for any item, then include a sheet of paper with your name and address at the top, and clearly identify the item the additional information refers to. Required personal information includes name, trade or business name, social security number or employer identification number, county where your business is located, physical address of the premises, mailing address, if different from physical address, business and residence telephone numbers, fax and email address, your business's legal form, partnership, corporation, sole proprietorship, etc.
Step 4. State your method of payment.
You can pay by check, money order or cashier's check, or credit, debit card. If you are paying by credit or debit card, then include the following: card number, without dashes, name as printed on the card, expiration date, billing address, total amount of fees, signature of cardholder, date.
Step 5. Complete the responsible persons list.
As part of the application, you need to identify all responsible persons. This term is defined in the application's instructions. Essentially, it includes anyone with the power to direct the management of the applicant, such as an owner, partner, or shareholder. If the shareholder has the power to direct management and policies, provide the following information for each responsible person: full name, alien number or admission number, if not a citizen, position at the business, social security number, voluntary, home address, email address, home and work telephone numbers, date of birth, place of birth, country of citizenship, sex, ethnicity, race. Step 6. Identify the particular license or permit that you want. For example, if you intend to manufacture explosives, then you should check all of the different explosives you manufacture, such as dynamite, fireworks, black powder, etc. You also should provide information about any local or state license you had to obtain in order to run your explosives operations or business.
Step 7. Provide criminal background information.
You will be asked a series of questions about your criminal background and the background of all people listed as responsible persons on your application. The following is a sample of what you will be asked: whether you are a fugitive from justice, whether you are under indictment or information for a felony or any crime for which you could be imprisoned for more than a year, whether you are presently appealing a conviction, whether you have ever been convicted of a felony, whether you have ever received a dishonorable discharge from the armed forces.
Step 8. Provide additional information about your business.
The application also requests information about where your business is located and when it operates. For example, the form asks for the following: your hours of operation, when you open and close, the type of building your business is located in, commercial building, residence, etc. whether you own or rent the premises.
Finally, contact ATF with questions.
You can call ATF at 877-283-3352. Alternately, you could review information online at www. If you want to mail correspondence, then send it to ATF Federal Explosives Licensing Center, 244 Meady Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25405.
Method 2. Gathering other required information. First is check that your storage facilities are adequate.
You need to read the storage requirements set forth in 27 CFR, Part 555, Subpart K, Storage. Your application will be denied if your storage facilities are deemed inadequate after an investigation. You can find this federal regulation on the internet.
Step 2. Complete the Explosive Storage Magazine Description Worksheet.
This form is part of the application. You must complete one worksheet for each magazine that you use as storage. Provide the following information: magazine ID number, any state or local explosives magazine certificate number, storage magazine address, type of magazine, permanent, mobile, indoor or outdoor, etc. ATF type, distance to nearest storage magazine, regardless of ownership, anything that could be damaged if the magazine exploded, such as nearby roads, buildings, utilities, etc. Materials used in the magazine, security or safety features, explosives that will be stored in each magazine, including quantity and weight, a play plan which shows all buildings on the premises and all magazines identified, including the distances between the magazines and the distances between the magazines and public highways, inhabited buildings, and passenger railways.
Step 3. Complete the Employee Possessor questionnaire.
This questionnaire must be filled out by each employee who has actual or constructive possession of explosive materials during employment with you. Actual possession means the person has immediate physical possession or control. Someone has constructive possession when they don't physically possess the explosives but otherwise exercise control. For example, someone who has the keys to the magazine. The form asks for the following information: name, social security number, place of birth, date of birth, ethnicity and race, sex, home and work telephone numbers, home address, name and address of employer, job position, countries of citizenship, questions about criminal background, employee signature given under penalty of perjury.
Step 4. Complete a fingerprint identification card.
Each responsible person must submit a completed FD 258 finger identification card. You will need to contact your local law enforcement agency to have fingerprints taken.
Finally, get a photograph for each responsible person.
You will need to submit a 2 inches by 2 inches photograph of each responsible person. The photograph must show a full frontal view of the person's features. The head must be bare. Make sure that the picture is not more than 6 months old.
Method 3. Submitting a complete application. First is have the forms signed.
After filling out the forms, you should go through and double check that you have answered everything. Then have the forms signed by an appropriate person in the business. The application form should be signed by the sole proprietor, corporate officer, or partner. Each employee possessor form must be signed by the employee listed on the form.
Step 2. Pay the fee.
The fees are listed on the form, under item 12. For example, a license to manufacture dynamite costs $200, $100 for renewal. A permit to use dynamite costs $100, $50 renewal. Make your check or money order payable to Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Be sure to include your social security or employer identification number on your check or money order.
Step 3. Mail the application.
You should mail the completed application to Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, P. Box 409567, Atlanta, Georgia, 303849567. You should mail the application at least 90 days before you will need the license or permit. Remember that you cannot start operating your business until you receive the license or permit.
Finally, receive a response.
If your application is approved, then ATF will send the license or permit to you. However, if the application is denied, then you will receive written notification explaining why your application was denied. You can get a refund of your application fee if your application is denied, abandoned, or withdrawn. Provide your social security or employer identification number.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.